With the massive success of Diamonds Are Forever, the James Bond franchise ushers in the 1970s with a Bond film that returns him back to the fun-filled and lighthearted adventure route. And in this case, Eon Productions' attempt to recapture the Bond magic seemingly worked, as they focus more on hijinks, comedy, and lighthearted fun. And for this new James Bond of this era, it would take a more suave and more gentlemanly spy. Enter Roger Moore. Moore was known mostly for his small role in the Maverick TV series and his role as the titular character in The Saints, Simon Templar. Moore's Bond portrayal played more like a playboy instead of a cold-blooded assassin. And not only were Moore's films synonymous with fun and action and comedy, but they also drew inspiration from different genres at the time, including blaxploitation, kung fu films, sci-fi, and even a little bit of romance. And after a new gun barrel scene, we're introduced to the song's title, sung by Paul McCartney and Wings.
Say, live and let die.
Adapting James Bond's second novel, this film sees James against a drug dealer known as Mr. Big, who has a mysterious connection to a foreign diplomat and a taste for the dramatic as he relies on voodoo superstition to get his dirty work done. From the streets of Harlem to the bayous of Louisiana, this Bond entry brought the thrills, the chills, and even the romance, as Bond even tried to woo the mysterious psychic Solitaire, played by Jane Seymour.
Put down those cards. It is a blasphemy. They tell nothing to those who cannot see.
But you do believe. I mean, really believe in the cards.
This Bond film was noted for having a primarily African-American cast, which at the time was a big and huge monument of an occasion in film cinematic history. And also beyond that, they had one of the funniest side characters ever in Sergeant G.W. Pepper.
What are you? Some kind of doomsday machine, boy? Well, we got a cage strong enough to hold an animal like you here.
Captain, would you enlighten the sheriff, please?
Yes, sir. J.W., let me have a word with you. J.W., now this fellow's from London, England. He's an Englishman working in cooperation with our boys, a sort of secret agent.
Secret agent? On whose side?
Watching the film, it definitely has some dated aspects, but it definitely also makes for some groundbreaking cinema. And also, it's fun to watch. I mean, no matter what, if you have Roger Moore on the screen as James Bond, as highly and implausible as some of the situations may seem to be, and as cheesy as some of his moments are, you can't deny that Roger Moore was the best man for this type of Bond era, and the best man for the job to replace Sean Connery with the direction that they were going with. James' out-of-water film with the macabre theme proved to be a huge success as it made a whopping $161 million at the box office on a $7 million budget. And of course, he wasn't the roughest and toughest of James Bonds, but Roger Moore suited this light-hearted tone more so than even Sean Connery did in the previous film Diamonds Are Forever. And this definitely ushered in Moore's tenure in a very, very big way. And of course, with the film's massive success, the follow-up would be released a year later, pitting Bond against an assassin known as Francisco Scaramanga, the man with the golden gun.